Hello, and welcome to America's Test Kitchen Satellite Edition. Today we're in Scottsdale, Arizona, talking about rounding out a good meal with a salad and dressing that salad with a vinaigrette dressing, my personal favorite. Now, as you probably know, oil and water, or in this case, oil and vinegar, don't mix. You can shake them up, you can whisk them together, but almost immediately they start separating, and within minutes they're completely apart. Now, this is a problem, this separation, because it's happening on the lettuce leaves in your salad, meaning that one bite is going to be heavy on oil while another bite is heavy on vinegar. Now, worse yet, we tend to compensate by adding either more oil or more vinegar, and in the end we end up with a very overdressed wet salad that has no sharp flavor. Not your best salad. Fortunately, there is a simple solution to this problem, and it's called emulsification. A fancy word for a very easy process. Simply put, we add an ingredient called an emulsifier, which helps oil and vinegar combine into a unified sauce and stay that way. So, what ingredients can be used as emulsifiers? I have three of the most common right here. Mustard, egg yolk, and mayonnaise. Mustard is the weakest of the three, and it has a very strong flavor, so we can't use too much of it. Egg yolk contains the lecithin, the most powerful of the three, but it can leave an eggy aftertaste, and raw egg yolks aren't for everyone. Mayonnaise is partially made from egg yolks, so it has the strength with a neutral flavor and no concerns about raw eggs because it's a pasteurized product. For these reasons, mayonnaise is our choice emulsifier for our foolproof vinaigrette dressing. Okay. So now we know about emulsification and we know about the emulsifying ingredients we're going to be using. Let's put it to the test and let's go ahead and make a foolproof vinaigrette dressing. Now, we're going to be using whisking ingredients into a bowl. Anytime we're doing this on countertops, we don't want the bowl to move. If I start whisking, the bowl starts moving like this, it can really cause some problems. So we're going to employ an old kitchen trick, and that's making a nest for the bowl. Let's get yourself your kitchen towel, about this size. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Bring it around, and then one end overlaps over the other, slightly underneath the bowl. Let's try that one more time. And there we go. Now, as you can see, the bowl's not going anywhere. Now, let's take a look at our ingredients. Vinaigrettes tend to be very simple and very flavorful, and the reason for this is you want to use high quality ingredients, high quality oil, high quality vinegar, because you don't have that many of them. The mixing process is also very simple. All these ingredients we're going to whisk together first, and then we will whisk in the oil. So we have half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. That's going to give us flavor and a little bit of binding strength. We have our choice emulsifier mayonnaise, half a teaspoon. A little bit of salt and pepper. We have about a teaspoon and a half of finely minced shallot. That's going to give us some nice flavor. And finally, we have 1 tablespoon of high quality red wine vinegar. Okay. Now, go ahead and take these ingredients and we're just going to go ahead and whisk them together until we have a smooth mix. And what we're really doing here is just getting rid of any lumps that came in with the mayonnaise. Okay, all mixed together. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add the oil. One note about the oil. We're going to use an industry standard of 3 parts of oil to 1 part vinegar. That means in this case 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Another note. You may have heard that with emulsifications, you need to slowly drip the oil in as to not break the sauce. This isn't true in our foolproof vinaigrette dressing. It's a very strong emulsion, which means that you can pour in about half the oil while you're whisking, and then make sure you don't have any pools and pour in the rest. So I'll start whisking, and we're going to let the oil pour in, like that. Just keep going, whisk, 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 whisk. I'll stop for a second at halfway and just make sure that all the oil absorbs. You just don't want any big pools in there. Okay, that's not the case anymore. So now we can go ahead and add the rest. Now let's keep whisking And you can see why it's important to have your bowl steady. Okay, just keep going. Notice I'm using a side-to-side motion here, and as you may know from Merrick's Test Kitchen tests, this is actually the most efficient way to whisk versus whisking it all together in a circle. Good. And that's the rest of our oil. Bring that a little to the side. And that's it. Just take a look at that. Take a look at how nicely combined that is and how this isn't watery. You see it's thick because an emulsification is all combined. This is a sauce that's going to stick to your lettuce leaves and not just run to the bottom of the bowl. Now, we made about a quarter cup of dressing with this recipe. That is enough to coat a salad about 8 to 10 loosely packed cups of lettuce leaves. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and dress that right now. We don't need our nest anymore. We'll pull that over. Okay. I'll put this lovely dressing on here. Look at that. It pours on there beautifully. Make sure that's all out. Okay. I'll put this back over. And make sure you have a clean set of hands. I find this is still the easiest way to toss a salad, and that's to be gentle with the salad. You don't want to break apart all these nice leaves you have here, and you don't need to overmix because this dressing just sticks beautifully to every single leaf. Excellent. Okay, we're just going to wash our hands. Okay, and then we will come to the best part. All right. Take it over here. Over here. Oops. Let's keep that on the plate. Now, let's take a bite. Already you can see, even in this camera angle, how nicely everything is adhering to the leaves. And there's not a bunch of water at the bottom of the plate. Oh. Wow. Well, this is always the best test. The flavor is consistent and delicious, and it's there in every bite. And the texture of the dressing is thick enough so that it's clean to the lettuce leaves, so you're tasting something with every single bite. I'll tell you what. That is absolutely delicious. And normally, I would offer some to the studio audience, but I really haven't had lunch today, so that's all mine. So, until next time, remember the a foolproof vinaigrette dressing is as simple as using an emulsifier. In this case, a little bit of mayonnaise will bind together your favorite vinegar and your favorite oil into a dressing that is far more memorable and will be consistent every time. Thank you very much.